Hello everybody, and today I'm bringing you a review on Lee Tut's Tuttminx. This is a puzzle I believe was invented back in 2006, so quite a while ago now, but it was mass produced in 2011, I want to say, or 2012, but I'm pretty sure it was 2011. And you can pick it up at HK Now store for around $65, that's where I got mine. And I gotta say, it's a really fun puzzle. It's designed a little like the Megaminx, but there are some differences with it also. So you can turn any of the faces. There are 32 of them, so it makes it an amazing puzzle to own, because then you can tell everybody that you have a puzzle with 32 sides on it. And these littler faces with 5 sides can be turned just any way, any amount of times. But these faces with 6 sides can only be turned twice in either direction. Because if you turn it once, then I don't know how well you'll be able to tell this, but it's out of alignment, and you can turn these other faces, but it becomes very stiff and pieces start to fall out. So you can see the similarities, especially with these small faces with the 5 edges and 5 corners on each side and 1 centerpiece with the Megaminx. And then these faces have an extra edge and an extra corner. So there are 12 of the little faces, which is just like a Megaminx, because there's 12 faces on a Megaminx. So there's 12 of the Megaminx-like faces, and then 20 of these bigger faces, which are the annoying ones. So the turning on this puzzle is actually pretty nice for its size. There's not too much friction between the pieces, which makes it a pretty easy turning puzzle. It does lock up a bit, but nobody's really gonna speed solve this, I don't think. Looking at the mechanism, it's one giant ball on the inside that's basically just in 2 halves that can come apart. And then it just has a bunch of screws that go into it. I don't think there's any springs. There might be, but I don't remember. And so these pieces can just sit in there, and that's what allows it to be stable, because all of the pieces touch the core. And the core doesn't add much weight. It's really not that heavy of a puzzle for its size. So there are 3 different types of pieces on the puzzle besides the centers. We have these larger edges, which have a small side, and then it gets wider up here. Have the corners, which has room for 2 of these edges, and then 1 of the edges like this, which is small on both sides. So I think it's a pretty nice mechanism. It would be a much easier puzzle to solve, though, if all of the pieces were the same and you could just solve it like a giant Megaminx. The solve on this puzzle is actually kind of difficult. It's one of my hardest puzzles, because when you get to the last few faces, you have to turn these twice, which isn't too big of a deal when you're just doing like F2L stuff down here. It doesn't make it too much more difficult, just a little bit of thinking, but it's very difficult when you get to the last few faces and you're having to do last layer algorithms, but you can't because you have to do this twice, as to where in the algorithm you would just do it once. And so that makes it so you have to kind of come up with your own algorithms. As you can see, the sticker quality on this really isn't all too great. A lot of them peel pretty quickly. I've only done 2 solves on this ever, and a lot of the stickers are missing, and they just don't hold up very well. But I plan on buying new stickers for it from Oliver's stickers place, because he has stickers for the Tuttminx, but they're kind of expensive for a set of stickers, but there's a lot of them. There is also a newer version of the Tuttminx, which I hope to get at some point, but not right now, because there's some other puzzles I'd like to get first. And I think on that one you might be able to just turn these faces once, but I really don't know. It's not rounded like this one is. It all comes to like triangles, more like the Megaminx does, whereas this one, they're flat up here. So it looks nicer than this one, I might say, and I think it's about the same price. So if you are going to buy this, I would recommend that new one. But overall, it's a pretty amazing puzzle. It's just astonishing to look at and be like, wow. So that was my review on the Tuttminx. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in a comment if you like it when I do twisty puzzle reviews. I haven't done too many of those. I've mostly just done speed cubes, but if you just want me to do speed cubes, leave a comment with that, and I'll just try and do that. But if you want to see more twisty puzzles on my channel, just let me know and I'll get to it. Thank you so very much for watching. Goodbye.